Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. In this episode, I'm going to rant for a little bit. So, here's the thing. One of the things everyone wants in the game, right, and likes is communication. They like to talk, whatever. In pug matches, where it's, just basically a bunch of people hit quick play and that's it. I don't expect much when it comes to communication. Mind you, a couple things that really piss me off. First thing, people that have an open mic. So their mic is just sitting somewhere, and it's just open. So as you're trying to play, you can hear their TV, their radio, their mother yelling at them. That's my favorite one. Yelling at their brothers and sisters. Things like that. You get to find them and then mute them in the middle of a game. It's very fun. Another one I have is people that just start randomly yelling things into their mic. Like, just yelling. Like, actual yelling to the point where you don't understand what they're saying. And it's not like, we're in the middle of a battle. It's just literally from the beginning, just start yelling things into their mic. You mute you as well. Another problem I have is with people just starting to say we'll say things that are not the greatest or positive. Yelling at other players and all that stuff, and you name it, doing all that when they're dead. Which brings me to the biggest pet peeve I have. So the biggest pet peeve I have is when everyone starts right, no one's talking, no one's typing, nothing. I always start with a 07, the little salute thing. You might get the other person who says, salute, does the salute back, or hi everyone, or GLHF, or good luck, have fun. And then nothing when the match starts. No big deal. I don't mind that. That means I'm just going to do my own thing, see where the rest of the group is, make sure I kind of stay with the group, but at the same time, do what I have to help the team win. And then the match starts to go either way, for us or against us. Doesn't matter. But people start dying. And people start chatting and giving tips in the chat. Or giving tips while playing. And telling you to do things while playing. Had a match the other day where it was 4-on-1, and the guys started capping our base. So the other three guys went to the base. I sat back and went, if I can get to our base and at least hit the guy once or twice with some weapons, PPCs or whatever, I can't remember what kind of mech I had, I can at least stall it enough for them to go get to our base. Get in, and then basically freeze the timer. So I'm like, that's what I'm going to do. So I go running over to I go running in the direction of our base with my summoner. And the other three guys go on our base, and they get there, and people are like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Are you fucking stupid? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, you're all dead. Don't give me tips on how to play. Some people were like, what are you doing? Like just cap and it'll be faster. Blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, I crest over the hill. I think it was on Caustic. And I fired a PPC at the guy, and I hit him. And all of a sudden, it's, our base is no longer being capped. Fired another round a couple seconds later. I'm not firing two, because I have two PPCs. I'm firing one at a time. Fire one, I hit him. Sit back, I fire another one, and hit him again. Keeping the timer frozen. Because it's 10 seconds, right? Unless you hit them again, in which case, you're good to go. And I just kept hitting the guy with PPC rounds. And all of a sudden, someone yells over the mic, he's freezing the timer so you dumbasses can get inside and cap. And I just and I did the affirmative in the thing, and I just kept hitting this. I think it was a Raven, and all you gotta do is hit him generically with PPCs, hit him near the foot, hit him near the ground, and splash damage into their legs. Counts as damage, timer freezes. So I'm just firing off randomly to figure out where this kid is, or this Raven is. I thought I was gonna say Kit Fox. I was gonna say Kit. And when I found him, I was just peppering him with PPC fire from far away. So with that, it got me thinking. I was like, well, that may have been just the odd, an odd duck of an episode. No big deal. Next match, sure enough, someone dies. The guy starts telling people where to go, what to do. It's like, if you were doing that when we were playing, that's fine. Communication, I love communication during a game. When someone's like, hey, Alpha Lance is going to go up the right side, we're going to hit the following points, boom, 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 and then this is what we're going to go do. That's usually what we'll do if we drop in a group of 4. One of us will hit comms real quick and say, hey, just so you know, this Lance, we're going to swing over this way, and this is what we're going to do. So everyone else knows, because everyone else is kind of shoddy in different units and groups, and not even in groups and units. So, we kind of give some sort of communication to what we're doing. But if there's no communication and then you die and then you start giving tips and tricks and telling people where to go and what to do, that starts to piss me off a lot, actually. On multiple occasions, I've been red in the face mad at people telling me what to do and where to go when they were the one that died 2 minutes into the match and have maybe 100 damage. And actually, when I would check, they only had like 100 damage. And in the end of the match, I'm sitting at 900, 800. And on top of all the corpses that I've killed. And the person's like, see, there you go. I told you so. It's like, really? Really? Okay. I know I'm not the best guy in the world. Getting the little tip here and there is no big deal. But when you're telling me turn left, turn right, and telling me to do things, I get really mad. Really, really mad. But I definitely have noticed that it's becoming something almost like a dead talking syndrome. People don't talk when they're alive, and then when they're dead, they have nothing else to do, so that's all they start doing. They just talk. I don't mind talking. I had a match the other day when I was with Puff there, and aka Al, and myself, and we were just talking. Someone made a comment, sounded like a dad, so we were making dad jokes for the entire match, and it was fun. It was fun. It was relaxed. It was just all jokes and laughing, and every now and then someone would yell at a target, and everyone would pay attention to that because we're having fun. That's communication. That's talking. When the person died, they went quiet because everyone else is still doing their thing. Which brings me to another point. If you're dead, don't call out targets. Don't call out targets when you're dead. Don't say Roger. Don't do affirmative. Don't respond to anybody's tactical comments while playing. On multiple occasions, I was the last person. It was 1v2 or something like that. And I didn't realize I was the only one left. So I hit ult. I'm like, hey, I'm going to swing over to the right. And someone said, okay, no problem. Won't do that. Watch out for your left. There's some guys coming. Okay, so I'm thinking, there's a mech behind me. Wasn't really paying attention to my map or the score. And I swung around a mining collective around something. And luckily enough, I was able to kill the one guy. And then the guy killed me. But then I realized, I'm like, okay, well, I'm dead. Let's go. Who's next? And all of a sudden, the thing popped up with the supply cache. And realized I was the last one. So I was like, who was talking to me? Like, who was giving me the tips as to where things were? Like, hello? What's going on here? It's like, oh, yeah. If you're dead, don't start telling tactical things. My biggest pet peeve, or at least one of them, is I'll be sitting there calling out targets, and then someone will be like, no problem, got it. Or Roger. If I hear Roger anywhere, it's my military, I guess it might be my military training. But when I hear Roger, that tells me that the person who said it, typed it. If it's 2 different people, then it's 2 different people. But if I hear a call formation, I'm like, I'll visit the open for LRMs, and I hear, okay, Roger. That tells me whoever that was that responded probably has LRMs. Or if someone tells me, hey, just so you know, Charlie is on Alpha 4 and is cord. Okay. So I know there's someone in that general vicinity that's fighting it out with this guy. Communication goes 2 ways, right? Like I said, I don't have a problem with tips. If someone says, hey, just so you know, on that mech, if you did this or this, okay, cool. No problem, right? Like I said, always say in my videos, leave a comment, if you think of something better. What I don't like is when people try to play the game a little too much, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm sorry for this rant. Just had too many dead people talking. Lots of dead people talking this weekend. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.